everybody. How's everybody doing today? Flustered from last stream. Welcome to you guys can look compliment. White balance. Imagine it takes get some water. Oh, no sound. Sorry. So let me start over. uh, what I was trying to say was welcome to my Thursday live stream where I do photo editing using Workspace and Lightroom. The images that you guys submit, and then also I put my photo out there for you guys to edit. I think it's a great learning tool to see how a dozen different people edit the same photo because you'll see things or they'll see things that maybe you didn't and vice versa. So it's a great sharing thing that I put those onto my forum so you guys can look at those later, all the edits you guys do of my photo. And when I edit your photo, don't look at it as a critique, but just look at it as one way that somebody might edit the same photo or your photo. And hopefully I show you some different ways of editing the photo using Workspace, because Workspace is a pretty powerful tool, even if it's a little slow, right? But okay, we have a good little group here. Bob, John, Trevor, good to see you. Kilowin. Oh, that's a new name. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. And Randy's back. Good. Um, Randy forgot that. Yeah, that's okay. It's a tough photo I put out this week. It's a sunset shot from the other day when I went on a photo walk, and it was yeah, really high dynamic range, right? Really dark blacks, and I did bracket that shot plus or minus 4 stops. And even when I merged those back into an HDR, it was still a wreck. So, because somebody asked me to do a tutorial on sunset photos, right? I'm like, okay, let me try and take some sunset shots since I'm here. Not easy. That's why I don't have any tutorials on how to take photos of sunsets. I mean, you can think about it academically, bracket your shots, use a, what do you call it, a graduated ND filter. There's all kinds of ways to try and get a good sunset shot. But in practice, I don't have any experience really doing it other than doing it badly. So I gave you my sunset shot for the day from that photo walk to see what you guys do with it and what you think, because it's not easy, right? Okay, let's see where we're at. Plato's bag, John follows. Good. All right. So we got a small group of pictures here. Let's go to that screen. And we'll go ahead and start with looks like Randy. I love these like desert shots. They remind me of like Nick Carver so much. He goes out California. He takes a lot of Joshua picture trees, but he gets shots like this quite often too. He'll use like a Polaroid sometimes, which is kind of neat. Um, Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna crop, oh, where's my timer? Not that we really need one today. It's such a small group and not many photos today. 9 looks good. Get a little bit more of the ground. Not this shadow part here. That's a good crop. Let's see. Nice and straight. Good detail. Let's look at the exit. What'd you use today, Randy? EM1X with your 12 to 100 f4 Pro. Wow, I didn't know you had that. Usually you're sending me pictures from your 40 to 150 or 300. 1/1000th of a second. ISO 64. Wow. Tough settings. And you dialed in a -1. Even a -1, this is still pretty bright image. I know you guys can't hear it, but my dog is snoring. I don't know if I need to do anything else. This shot is really perfect. Crank in some sharpness and turn off the noise filter. And yeah, the fence, yeah, that's rough. That's okay. I mean, it's what you saw. Auto gradation. I wonder if I can make this more moody. Okay, we got this harsh blue up here with this yellow. I like these two colors. I like this background too, man. Look at these mountains. Try a little dehaze. Bring the mountains in. A fixer-upper. I brought the mountains in. Let's do some selective color saturation. Crank up the oranges and the reds. The blues. Saturate a little bit from there. Pull back on the greens. Keep most of the reds and yellows in there. Oh, purples. Bit of clarity. The tone curve, we need to do much. Just you dialed in a -1 stop. There it is right there on the histogram. I'll just move that in. Crank in the contrast. Saturation back. Oh, I'm done. Okay. I think that's it. The only other option might be our option I would consider is like a black and white. Let's do gentle sepia. Add a vignette. So that's with gentle sepia. I think that looks pretty vintage. But because there's a fence here, I don't think sepia is going to work. You know, with sepia type images, I like to have totally vintage looking, and that fence is just a bit too modern for sepia. But let's turn that off and just look at what I did with the color. So let that render. So basically I desaturated all the colors but the reds and yellows and the blues, but desaturated the greens. I think that looks okay. A little more punch to it anyway. All right. Pretty good. I would saturate just a tad more. It's a little strong. Already done that. All right. Go to the, oh, and it's an Adobe RGB color space. That's partially. Let me change it to RGB. That'll be a little bit more. That should render the colors a little bit more accurately on your screen, but that looks good. I like that. That's a great shot. Lots of interesting things to look at. Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll do the EXIF first. This is the original EM1 Mark I with the 40 to 150 kit lens, zoomed all the way to 150 at f5.6, so it's wide open. 1/750th of a second, ISO 200, dialed in a negative half exposure comp. All right, awesome. I like this. I like the settings. Really good settings. Let's start with my usual. Just sharpen it up quite a bit. Noise filter off. Adobe RGB. Adjust color. Crop wise, I think a wide shot good here. Let's get rid of this pole on the right. Pole on the left. Down. Need like the shadow here. Bottom, but maybe this shadow's bugging me. Yeah, clarity. Debating a partial color here. Try that. And just get the umbrellas in. I got the brick back here and these red umbrellas and a little bit of this cone. Straighten a little. We want to for the contrast. Do that. I want it to be too low. And just to pull in the details a little better. This fence is a little bit heavy in the image, but look at this full screen real quick. Hmm. Yeah. The crop needs to change. I like this over here. Challenge is, see what that looks. I think partial color is the way. It sort of minimizes the effect of the shadows in the foreground. You're just turning it into tone shades of gray. Or bring a little more color. And we'll call it there. Here's the before and after. It needs to render in still a little bit. There we go. Almost there. Oh, yeah, I like the wide crop better in some ways, but that fence on the left was too heavy. I didn't want to crop in so much. I wanted to capture this environment a little bit because it kind of places this little bar in the environment that it's in. I didn't want to lose that either. So that's why I kind of kept sort of a lot of the image in there instead of cropping it all. Okay, that was my thinking on that. I think that came out. Oh, this is yours, to Morgan. Okay. Yeah, because I like this brick back here. And I just had to minimize the effect of the shadows here. And that's it. So the only other thing I might do is just crank up the saturation. That. See if auto gradation minimizes the shadow. Just one or two last second edits. I like the normal gradation better. All right. You kept a small building and the others around it, which is why I took it. Okay. I think that's a decent crop for this image. It balances everything out. It's a little bit heavy on the top, but the shadow here adds a little bit of weight. But anyway, okay, that's a cool shot though. I like the little dive bars and things. Um, okay, this looks like this is like an old sunflower field here. What did Bob use today? The original EM5 Mark I with a 12 to 50 kit lens, 50 millimeter length, f6.3, 1/50th of a second, ISO 200. All good settings, as usual. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Square crop, right? Um, that's the first thing I thought of. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Get my timer. All right, so we have Bob's image and we did the EXIF already. EM5, yep, good stuff. Yeah, I think music was suggesting a square crop, which I was thinking myself. So a little bit off the top there. Oh, a better video for when I'm gone? Yeah, I should have played like one of my other videos. Uh, this is good. Hmm. We're in here. Go with a mod, only one color. Try green filter. I like to do pull in X and heading. Oh, Rick is here. Hey, Rick. Glad to hear Magrat and you are doing okay. Looks like. I hope. Anyway. uh, okay, let's add a split tone. A little bit down here, a little bit up here. And Magrat just needs to stay on her meds. It'll be okay, right? Go there on the split tone. I think that's it. A little heavier vignette. Go really heavy on that. There we go. All right, I'm done. Let's do under the wire too, huh? Let's do a before and after. All right, awesome. Yeah, I think that really focuses on the details in the sunflower. And just going black and white just I think was a nice touch. So, great shot though. I always like kind of these oddball shots where it's kind of back from behind the flower. Because everyone takes pictures of the front, it's like getting from the back, always more interesting. All right, do the next. Okay, we have one here from Music Sound Gear. M1 Mark II, 25 millimeter f1.8, 0.1 1/1000. Okay, all good settings. Let's see, nice and sharp. This was 25 millimeter prime. Okay. We do have some nice accents here. This little touch of red against the green. And too much water, but just go with a wide crop. I always start, if I go wide, I start with 16:9, and that's good enough. Really little red splash. Building's right in the middle. Okay, let's work with these colors. Let me push the curve a little because that'll saturate. Try a little gradation. Colors are nicely matched. Just hue the blues a little. The yellow to the saturate. Because there's a tiny bit of leaf change or color change in here. I'm trying to draw out a little bit. Pull the greens back. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good right there. Darkness and turn off the noise filter. That like a water spray? Yeah, there's some water spray there. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, I'm going to call it right there. So, do before and after. So yeah, basically the crop and a little bit of shift in the color hues, but I really wanted to draw out as much of the fall color as I could because there's just a tiny bit in there, right? Um, which sort of accents, I think, the buildings and things a little bit nicer than just all green. So I pulled the greens back on saturation and luminance, cranked up the other color. I think that looks good. I like that teal. It's a little bit too teal. The sky, just a hair. Uh, pull that back a little, maybe just a +1. But other than that, I think it looks good. Okay, see what else we got. Yeah, the red is a touch bright. That's true. Pull that back a little. Yeah, because this red car was really strong, right? I think that looks good now. That's a good balance. All right. What else we got? have the like a Panasonic G5 at 54 millimeters, 5.160th ISO. I think that's a Panasonic DMC. That sounds like a Panasonic. This is from John Yutze. Oh, John's here. John can tell me exactly. This is a Panasonic, right? Oh, thank you, Lauren. Oh my God, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Let's try square crop. Randy, where's Randy? Is Randy still here? Oh yeah, you're there. Probably love these hats, right? Looks like one you're wearing. Okay, wait. I like the little shoebox on the bottom. I bring that into the frame a little more. Go back to a 4x3. Crop out. I crop it this. I want this box to be dominant in the, not dominant, but definitely part of the image and not off the edge. And oops, throw in the sharpness as usual. Throw some clarity in for the hats. See if I can bring the texture out. Those are a little bit feminine on that side. Warm it up a tiny bit more. Get a little bit of a golden hour look. I'm gonna really add some contrast to make it, try and give it that golden hour look. The haze first. How are we doing on gradation? Do it with gradation first. Pull it back. To right. Just a little here. At the top. I wish there were harsher shadows, believe it or not. So I'm gonna have to try and accentuate the shadows itself. Back off. Oh, that's too much. Black and white looks good too, but I'm gonna go with color. Pull the blacks in. Back on all. Okay. Really do contrast on top of a tone curve adjustment. Really not a good idea. I can get away with it. Back a little. Warm it up a little. more point. Really trying to create some fake shadows. Heavy vignette. Ooh, that's back that off. Okay, oh, time's up. All right, so that's one way to go with this image. Let's do it before and after. All right. Yeah, I was able to drag the shadows out of there a little bit. It's not truly like the golden hour look I was going for, but I do like this very warm, earthy tones to go with the hats. That that looks really good to me, I think. And then you can really see the separation of the tones now too. So yeah, I like it. I like how that came out. And I didn't go black and white. All right. Okay, good. Shadow band. You're funny. All right, let's see what else we got here. Uh, thank you, thank you. Tried. Another Panasonic DMC GX85 with the same prime lens and probably the Panasonic Prime. Okay, good settings as always, Lauren. Probably could have went a little lower on the ISO, but close enough. Oh. See. The sound is cutting in and out. The sound good for let me try and set something real quick before I start this edit. I might have my whatchamacallit, my noise gate set too high. Where the filter? I turn the noise gate off. So now you're going to hear my laptop buzzing, but yeah, this is a great shot, right? Okay, timer. Let's work with these colors just a little bit. We have this red and green. I love this. And then this blue just really makes this guy stand out. It really contrasts this red. So I don't want to lose any of the colors. And the crop is perfect, I think. Dang, Lauren, I don't know if I need to do much. I'm gonna just work with the saturation a little bit. So I'm gonna crank up the greens and the reds, and then I'm gonna lighten up the blues a little bit. Ooh, the red's jacking up his skin tones, so we'll leave the reds alone. I wonder if I can brighten up the blues a little bit. I just want to try and match the luminance of the blue with the luminance of the red here. Yeah, it looks like card and flowers, right? If I punch in. Wow, this is already heavily cropped from Lauren. Look at this. Look at the dimensions down here at the bottom. 1240 by 1549. So it's already cropped down to like less than 3 megapixels. Let's add some sharpness. And I wish I could do something with these greens, but I'm kind of a little bit limited here. Oh, the greens are getting some yellows in them, so let me pull the hue down. Very, very subtle changes to this needed. All right, I got a minute here. Let me just see if I want to just brighten up the blues, but not the, there we go. So it's a little bit low contrast image. And then I'm going to manually crank up the saturation across the board now. I might have to pull the reds back, but right there. And then pull on the reds. Just one. Okay, music, we'll see you later. I think I got to yours already, so that's good. You'll just have to catch up on it, I guess. It's my fault. I had to go to my mom's, so I think that's all I need to do here. Let me see how far I've gotten. Yeah, I like that. The greens are shifted though. A little bit too yellow. Let me pull some of the yellows back. Where's my hues? Yeah, I think that's it. Lauren did all the heavy lifting, really. All I did was just kind of touch up a little bit, but yeah, I just wanted to brighten it up and add a little contrast because the blue was so dark, it was almost black. So just pulling the blues up a little bit and then shifting the greens to be more green is all I did. So this feels more alive to me, right? And then I reduced the contrast so I didn't clip the whites on the table. So I think that looks good. Okay. Yeah, that came out nice. All right, here's from Ed Krisiak. And EM5 Mark III, 12 to 45 Pro at f11, 1/13 of a second, ISO 200. Wow. You know, I think you probably could have went to an ISO low and got just a little bit longer shutter speed. But if you were hand holding this, this might be your limit, right? For hand holding with stabilization and all. So the settings here are very dependent upon how steady you can hold a camera if you're hand holding. I think that's why we have the settings the way we do here. Because it definitely you're trying for a long exposure, right? So otherwise the settings it's hard to criticize again, because it really depends if you're hand holding or on a tripod. On a tripod, my settings would be totally different. But handheld, that's totally dependent on your ability to keep it steady, right? All right. Okay, I just need to straighten it. Maybe like so. It's a bit too much. Right? Right there. I want this line straight and these lines straight, more or less. So that looks good. And then it's a bit too square. So let me see what I can do with a vertical. I don't know which side I like better. This side. $20 out. Wow, that's cold, man. All right, let me tilt it back this way. Okay, the question is now, do we try to save these colors or not? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, I think we can save those colors up there. It makes a nice little accent. It's just the cropping is, there's just not enough of it up here. But that's the crop we get. And let's pull the blacks all the way in, but then push the whites back out. Might be too much on the whites. Right about there. Maybe, I bet pop art will bring those breads out. Oh, yeah. Let me let that render and see how that looks. Nah, it's too much. What I really wanted to try was a soft focus and then really pull these in. Do that. I just need a little more detail in the falls. I think clarity would be better. Yeah, a little more clarity, and then I'm done. Let me just go up here. Oh, time's up. So, all right, let's see what we did, how far we got here. Yeah, that feels better. I like the taller crop to it. The wide, the landscape view, the waterfalls are kind of cut off, and it just didn't have that feel. Now the way it's cropped now, it looks like you're looking up at the falls, and you don't quite have the same scale as the other image, because the image on the left looks like you're really close, and it doesn't look like a big waterfall. But the one on the right now, even with the sticks and stuff in there, you still have some scale. I think it feels like a much bigger fall than it is. So there you have it. Okay, nice shot. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have some kind of mound here. This is weird. What is this? This is so strange. What is this footpath? Looks like Bigfoot there. We got the reflection here in a tree. This is kind of cool. Nice red tones against the green. But it's a hill. I hate hills because it makes everything look crooked in the image. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth saving the reflection, or because this is the most interesting part, but it's like you don't have enough of either tree, like the actual tree or the reflection. What is this from? This is from John Follows. Let's see. EM1X with a 12 to 45 f4, 12 millimeters, f8, 1/60th. Yeah, all good settings. I think I made the hills feel very low. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hills. Let me just give some thought to just working with this. I mean, I like the colors here, but there's not enough because of this hill. I'm not going to be able to work with this hill. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work with just the reflection. And let's rotate it around. Wow, that's weird looking. But let me pick a standard crop. Let's do a standard 16 by 9. Whoops. And come up and just crop in. Right there. And then I need a heavy vignette. And let me crank up the sharpness. See if I can bring out these little tiny leaves with clarity. And let's compress the tone curve quite a bit. And just do a little bit of a pull here. Let's see, somewhere along this tone curve is the perfect blend. All right, let's warm it up. Go much heavier on the vignette. All right. Ooh, 10 seconds. Come on, workspace, just render. I might have to go much warmer. Let's go to 9,000 and we'll call it. And this leaf here, oh, that's trash. That's got to go. Let me fix that and then I'm going to call it. So I need about 100 on the size. No, a little bigger. Okay. Okay, now I'm done. Oh, it's not showing the original crop? All right, where's the before and after? Let that render and then we're done. Okay. So it's not showing, but you know I totally cropped the heck out of this, right? From the original image. Brushed out that little piece of trash and warmed it up quite a bit. But I think that's a much more interesting image because now we don't have that distortion from the tree. I mean, from the hill, I should say. I wish I wish the original would show because man, that's a heck of a change. It actually needs more saturation. Um, there we go. Let me. I really want to show the before picture because the before picture was really nice too, but it's not. Um, it's not letting me do that. Well, there's the before, kind of. Photo, rotate 180. Yeah, there's the original. The original is really interesting too. There's a lot to be done up here too with with this red and this fence line and this one tree. But okay, let's go to the next one. That was a great picture though, John. Uh, oh, and here's the after picture. I think that came out good. Okay, where's the next one? I did that one. Oh, that was the last one here. So let me check. So I can do before and after now. So this will be 1. This will be 2. Now there's a true before and after. Quite a difference. Okay. Let's check out Lightroom and see if there's anything hiding in here that I need to edit. Did you upload some stuff? Let me check. Because I went away for about 30 minutes or something to help my mom. Oh, the Mustang edit. Yep. Danny Drake. I think I have this one. All right, I'll download this. Okay, I'll do yours next, Wait, I have to do it in all right, hold on, come on. Download to viewer edits. I'm just downloading a couple of images that came in last minute here. Okay, got them. All right, let me synchronize the folder. And what? Hold on. Close this. Hold on. What am I missing here? 26 images. I don't have anything flagged. Oh, here we go. So viewer edits, I'm gonna make these, I don't know, red. Wait. Red. No color. All right, so I've done, let's see. Let me see, this one I need to do. Those I've done. This, I need to do this one. And this one. All right. So let's see. This is a Fujifilm XH1, and this came in from Marcel. Awesome. 1/250th f/5.6 ISO 400. Okay, decent settings. I can live with that. I think verticals. Oh, okay, Lauren. Sorry, Lauren. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming in. I think vertical's the right way to go here. Let me get to the right window pane. I'm going to close workspace. It's probably dragging Lightroom down with it. All right. Let me just see what's in the shadows here. Okay. Good. Oh, hey, Walter. How are you? Good to see you. Let's pull the highlights. Well, let's click auto. Let's see what auto does. Auto gets us most of the way there. And then just a slight tilt this way. Just get the trees in the middle straight. Then crop in. Let's see. Oh, that's way too tight. All right. How about right there? Because I want to get some of the brush here, and the trees in the background are kind of neat. And there's just way too much sky. I don't like this tree over here, but I don't know. What are you going to do? That's real life. And then maybe a little bit more ground. All right. And then I think I'm going to distort it even more. Oh, I'll change the battery in a minute. Sorry, guys. Let me distort this even more. Where's my distortion? Oh, if I straighten it, what does... Well, straightening is not bad either. But I just... Okay, let me add some contrast to the colors. Tiny bit of the haze and clarity. Pull the texture back. And let me add a little gradient here. With just shadow work done. Okay. A little bit of vignette and we're done. Oh, it needs to be a little bit warmer. Then this thing, I tinted it just a bit too much. There. Oh, I'm out of time. Okay, I'm going to add a vignette and call it. Right there. Okay, so there's the before and after, and I'm going to swap the battery real quick. Uh-oh. Where are my spare batteries? I should have 3 batteries at all times. Okay. There we go. Do you ever use calibration for color adjustment? Sometimes, Demorca, not often. Once in a blue moon, I do. That might have been a good choice here, so I could have pulled the colors up here along with the ones down here at the bottom. I think that would have been not a bad idea. Okay, so let's see. We have this one now. Oh, thanks. Sorry. I assume you guys heard me. I was saying, you know, I was answering DeMorkan's question about using calibration for color adjustment. Oh, so you were asking. Okay, yeah. So you did hear me. Okay, I don't have to say it again. All right. This one we need to crop out all this building. And this is this from Dawood, and use the G81 at 22 millimeters with a 12 to 60. Okay, all good settings. Yeah, I did buy a dummy battery though for my other camera. I'll have to talk about that sometime. Okay, let's just work on a crop first. I just want to get rid of. I need to balance this a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's too tight. Right there. Let me think. Maybe a tiny bit. Let's try 16 by 9. Let me just see if I can pull that off or not. Yeah, get rid of that damn rock and just go with the flowers. Okay, good. And let me click auto here. Let me warm it up some. I'm going to pull the blacks in right about there. Let's separate the colors a little bit. This way. I'm going to pull back on the orange a little bit and the yellows especially. Yeah. Crank the reds. And let me add a little bit of vignette. this. And I don't know if I need all this over here. I'm not, I mean, I hate to do a square crop every time. See, that rock is not helping me at all. Oh man, everybody's saying square crop. Okay, sorry. Yeah, square crop, maybe. Maybe. I just need to find, what's the other thing here? Rocks, gardens are hard to grow. Get rid of the right. You think the left side is more interesting? I don't, nah, it's just too messy over there. I'll keep a little bit of it. We'll go there. Oh, I'm out of time. All right. God, not my best edit. But there's the before and after. Not much, not much difference, just a square crop. Man, who was this? This was Dawood. I'm sorry, Dawood. I didn't really get very far with this. I almost feel like I need to get in really tight. Because, let me look at it full screen. There's just too many flowers. It's either, when I go in too tight, you're too much into the weeds. If I zoom out a little bit, if I crop a little bit wider, there's just too many other things in the way. So I don't know, maybe that works kind of. I was trying to go wide so I can kind of get the flow or the flow of the flowers, you know, going around the rock, but I couldn't get that to work either. But I feel like the only way to go with this, because I can't get the flow of these flowers going, and there's too much up here to go too wide, tight is really the only way to go. Maybe right in here. You know, that to me looks good, actually. And then just pull the blacks in and push the whites up a little bit. Just cool it off a tiny bit. I don't know, let's make them totally white. Ah, that was terrible. Let's stay there. I think that the answer here is to desaturate. Where's my saturation? Yeah. And then back off. I think, all right, this edit, this is a little better. I like this better. Pull off the clarity. Now we got sort of this center area kind of blurred out, and then the flowers wrapping around the green leaves. This is a better crop, I think. Because now we can see the details in the flowers and everything. So this works for me. All right. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, what's going on? What's flying around there? And a rainbow going into a castle. Wow. That's pretty amazing. And we're shooting with what? This is from Surge. F3.6 ISO 100. Oh, man, you're going crazy with these little Fuji pocket cameras, aren't you? Look at all these birds up here in the rainbow. All right. So this won't be too hard, I hope. Definitely a vertical. So let's see if we can use this Fibonacci at all. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll go there. And then let me click auto, see what happens. Yeah. And clarity should bring out the rainbow a little more. And then let's clean out some of the noise. It's mostly color noise. And a little bit of luma. Okay. Now, let me back these off again. Let me try this again. Right there. And okay, good there. Good there. Desaturate a little bit. RAF is a Fujifilm RAW format. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Why am I on a brush stroke? Okay. Just give it a tiny bit more. Let's desaturate the green a little bit. And yeah, less green. It needs to be brighter. And maybe a little bit more yellow. Just to give it a warmth. See if we can fix the rainbow a little bit. Yeah, this needs to be just toned down a bit. Oh, I'm out of time again. All right. I just wanted to do a little bit of sharpening. and we'll call it. No, I'll just add some texture. Okay, so let's do before and after. So again, it's mainly, it's just mainly in the crop here, and then adding some contrast. I had to saturate the greens quite a bit, but and then just adding a little brush to the rainbow itself. Not my best at it either, but I think that looks better. Okay. How do I get out of this? Let's go to the viewer edits. And here. There we go. So turn that off. Select only the reds. There we go. So Dawood sent this in kind of late. This was from last week's, or not last week, but the other day, edit of the Mustangs. So yeah, this is cool. It's very muted color palette. It's very limited. So you got rid of a lot of the yellows out of it, it looks like. And just kept the reds and greens. So that works. Flying fish. Did flying fish photo send one? I don't see anything. If I see it, I'll look at it. Oh yeah, and he deleted the other car. Yeah, good eye. I keep forgetting there's another car parked over here in this scene. There's a car parked right here. Yeah, good job editing that out. That's true. Flying fish. I didn't see anything. Let me see. Did I miss it? Oh, there's a couple that can't. All right, let me download it. I mean, if we're all here, I can do it. I don't mind. There's one here from Will Bailey. Let me download that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, flying fish, you're here. So I can edit it since you're here. Let's go back to here. Okay, Rick, we'll see you later. I know it's really late over there, right? Let's see. Flying fish photo is... Oh, I gotta resync. I'm sorry. Let me resynchronize. And all right, so this one, I think it's this one, right? So you can select both in viewer mode ET to see true before, after, including crop. I'll have to practice that, Walter. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so we need to straighten this. Right on that wire. And then just come in a little tighter so we can get more of the truck and the helicopter. Okay. And wow, this is nice. What was the EXIF here? 1/800th at f8 EM5 Mark II 12mm with the 12-100 f4. Wow, really good. This lens is really amazing. So let's just click auto. Not that it's going to do much. We'll separate the colors a little bit. And then let me pull the oranges back and the reds. Push the greens and the blues a little bit. All right. And just throw in some sharpening there. Just touch the color noise. Doesn't need any vignette. I mean, there's blue. I almost feel like I like the black. I haven't done. I'm starting to like black and white now. Let me see if I can pull some. Take the cable out, man. That's what this whole picture is all about. I don't think I want to take the cable out. Let me just see if I can add a little more contrast. The focus here, maybe. But I like this. I like this helicopter. I like this whole scene that everybody's working. Just warm it up a tad. And push the blues a little heavier. Bring a little bit of the orange back in. Yeah. There, I think that's all I need to do. Maybe just a little more balance here. Yeah, I like it. All right, so Walter says hit the E key. Ugh, that doesn't work. I don't know what you're talking about, Walter. So I'm going to do develop before and after. So basically all I did was just adjust the colors. God, sorry about that. And then crop in a little bit. I like it though. I like the shot as is almost, except it was crooked. It's so clear, such a beautiful day. All right, let's go to the next one. This is from Will Bailey. I assume Will is here because you just submitted this. This is a cool shot too, another construction type. 1/500th of a second f8 at ISO 200. Yeah, all good settings, nothing to complain about there. Let's see. And I think a vertical, like more vertical. Let me straighten this. Just level. No. I do it manually. Wow, this is... Okay. I need 16:9 is too tight. Let me do 4:6. This yellow, red, blue. I like black and white. I'm going to click auto there and auto here. But I'm going to pull the blues in more. And push the yellow. And see, these reds can go much darker. So let's pull the reds down. And where's my clarity into haze? Texture. Just pull in a little bit more shadow work. And I really don't need texture. All right. I feel like what color are these pipes? I don't know if I can bring these out all by themselves. They're orange. All right. So, oh. I am out of time. Okay. I could go a little darker on the blues, maybe, just a tad, but that's not that big a deal. Okay. Oops. Let's do a before and after. So yeah, I felt like the yellow and the red brick just, there wasn't enough contrast there. I don't know why I didn't like that combo. But going black and white fixed all my color issues. And then all I had to do is just deal with the textures and tones. I wish I could have brought out the tones in the bricks a little better. But yeah, that looks pretty good overall. Okay. Now let's go to the viewer edits. So we want, yeah. So the original, let's see. Let me pull up the original real quick. Oops. The original was a bear. This is the original here. So it's basically a sunset shot, and I bracketed this shot. This is one of the brackets. This is the normal exposure. So 0 EV, but I did bracket this thing plus or minus four stops and merged it together, and I still got a bunch of crap. So I said, well, you know, the actual normal exposure at 0 EV looks okay. So I put it out there to see what you guys could do with it. So let's see, we need to go to this page. Yeah, Rob's image was payback for all the sunset shots we sent him to edit. That's true. Oh, okay, Gardamus, thank you. Thanks for sending that in. I appreciate it. It's always fun editing pictures for me. So I'm glad I was able to, I caught it and was able to squeeze it in. Normally it's best to send them in before I start, but if you're here and you send it in late, I'll edit it. It's okay. All right. So that was the original. Let's see what you guys did here. Wow. And then let me put the person's name up. So this is from Music Sound Gear. Oh, he left or she left. I'm not sure, but it's crooked, but I like the colors. You know, this weird contrast of this purplish, like lavenderish color with the orange sky. That's an interesting combo. All right, let's see what else we got. Wow, Danny Drake. Man, you went crazy on the sky. But you cropped out the part that was blown out and just went with the right. But I really like the tiny bit of blurring that you did at the bottom of the frame that gave it a little more depth somehow. That looks good, and good job keeping the boat nice and crisp. Good sharpening. Pretty dramatic edit. Um, but I like the teal in the ocean. I like that. The sky color I'd like a little bit more orange. It's a little bit purplish, but I like the way you edit that. Okay, Bob. Let's see. Good crop. I like the boat in the center. Wait, what did? Yeah, this one's a little bit off center. I like the boat being dead center. And then you kept the sun in, and yeah, this is a really good crop. And good editing, good sharpening and everything. This is a really good edit. I think the colors I'm not crazy about because they're very original, like what the original photo was. But I think everything else, the crop and the sharpening and the editing is all excellent. That looks really good. Especially the crop, the boat put front and center. For some reason I didn't see that would work. Oh, Ed, this is very similar to what I did. I don't know if my edit's in here or not, but this is very similar. I did a very similar crop. And very minimal editing here too, other than cropping in. So this is you know, other than it looks like you warmed it up some, and then a little bit of shadow recovery. But okay, let's see what else we got. John Follows, man, didn't like the boat at all. Just went front and center with the. Oh, excuse me. I've been up since like 4:30 this morning. But anyway, went front and center with the sun and then recovered a lot of the shadow detail. This has got a nice look. This is a decent like sunset shot, right? I think maybe brushing in a little bit so that the highlights aren't blown out, like just brush in another piece of the sky. Yeah, warmed up in shadow recovery, right? Yeah. But I'm thinking on this image, I shouldn't edit other people's image, but I'm thinking, oops, something like that. Something along, well, screwed that up. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Um, yeah, nice focus on the far shore, sense of scale. Yes, absolutely. There is something about this image that gives it a little bit of its own magic, right? Oh, Joni. Wow, people are seeing this purple lavender color in the ocean that or in this river. Um, Nah, the highlights were totally gone on that image, Walter. If you download it, you'll see. There was nothing left in that. That's where the sun is. But anyway, the sky looks like it's on fire now. This really hard red color. This is cool. It's almost like an alien planet. Um, wow. Okay. Purple water. What is it? Purple Rain, that movie? Anyway. Yeah, this is neat, right? DeMorgan, I like it. And Marcel with the like a sepia tone. That's cool. And then you did the same thing Bob did with putting the boat in the center. I like that. I like what you and Bob did on that, going in the center. Wow, okay. And the sepia kind of works. It doesn't take away too much from the fact, this scene, I don't think. And Surge. Wow. Wow, everybody is seeing this purple and lavender. Why didn't I see that? Maybe, I don't know, I have to look at my edit. Maybe. Wow. Is the boat leaking fuel on the water? No. Well, if it is, you wouldn't be able to tell from this shot. But this is, I think you're referring to this purplish, like fuel slick kind of look, right? I get it. Almost went over my head, but I caught it. uh, okay, I like that. This crop is very similar to my crop, and I like the color work. And the white frame just really helps too. Having a white frame, it really makes the other colors pop. Yeah, this is great, right, Walter? It's really good. Serge always does a good job. And DeMorgan, wow, look at this. I like this very like monotone color. Like just one color really in black. This yellow and black. This is awesome. Again, a similar crop to what I did and Serge did, but after 2 minutes you gave up. Man, that's all you needed was 2 minutes, man. This is awesome. I like this yellow. I don't know why, but this yellow just is awesome. All right. Oh, let's see. Darwin. Darwin went super wide. Wow. This would kind of work, I think, if the boat were a little bit lower in the frame, this super wide crop. The problem is the boat got too far up into the frame or too close to the shore, I think, for a super wide, is my feeling. And it's very low contrast. Ugh, excuse me. I would have liked deeper blacks because you got this black frame. Um, you have this black frame, black and white frame, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, Dawit. That's cool though. I like the idea of a wide crop, but I think the boat needs to be lower in the frame. Oh, Dawit sent two. Yeah, this is better. Nice and tight. Now the boat front and center. Yeah, this is a good crop. A little bit different than the others in terms of, I don't know, this feels like it's a little tighter than the other ones, but This is good. Good black and white. Okay, what else we got here? Trevor. Wow. This is interesting. So hardcore recovery on the shadows, and then good positioning of the boat in the sun. This is a good edit. Good black and white edit. I could see this. I know it's really late for you guys. I shouldn't be this tired, but I go to bed at like, God, well, it's only 7:30. What the heck? I shouldn't be this tired. You're right. But my coffee wore off hours ago. I like this edit. I like this black and white. It's very, it's not like super hard contrast. It's a little bit low contrast. So I like that. Oh, Dawood. I think we saw this one. And that's it. Yeah, this is a nice monotone, right, DeMorgan? I really like, you guys really do a good job with the low contrast. Let me see if I can find my edit. It has to be in here. All the other BS pictures I took, they all sucked. But you can see I bracketed the heck out of this sunset. It just did not make any difference. Let me show you uh, let me show you the bracketed shot. This is the bracketed shot, and it was still a frickin' disaster. This is not my final edit. This is just bracketed, and oh my God, it was terrible. But let me see, it's down here. Isn't it? Is it a JPEG? No, I would have worked on the RAW. Where did it go? What the heck? Hold on. Let me do all. How can I be missing the one I gave you guys? It's not that. It's none of these. Those are videos. Oh, here it is. But where's my edit? I know I edited the dang thing. Oh well. I guess whatever I edited has been deleted. Dang it. Well, here's another one I did. I don't know. I tried. Okay, guys. You uploaded while I was doing yours. So is there one? Let me look. No. Let me see. It would be in here, right? Yeah, I got them all. I got it all. Okay. All right, guys, I think we're gonna call it. So thanks everyone for sending your images in for me to edit. I always have a good time, and I really enjoyed looking at what you guys did with mine. I got to rework my edits or work on sunset shots because I'm dying on those personally. But maybe I'll send you guys another sunset shot one day and see what you can do with it. But that one was hard, I know. So thanks again for doing those, and thanks for spending your evening with me. I really appreciate it, and I'll be back on I think Sunday's the next one. So see you then.